Whoa. Whoa. It's happening. It's happening. Cleveland Browns offensive lineman Joe Bitonio had some things to say about the ugly, embarrassing loss to the Chicago Bears. Shedeur Sanders' performance in part in it. And we also have, because to me, it looked like they quit. It looked like that's exactly what I was thinking during the game. He addresses this. We have Cleveland media saying that players have quit on Kevin Stefanski. This is wild. We're going to get into all of this. We cannot play no games. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, hype the video. Let's get off into things. We got things to get into. Let's take a listen to what Joe Bitonio had to say.
Offensive line upheaval today, and Darren has to come in the middle of the game. Like, you're the last man shaking out there.
Yeah, we knew we were hurting a little bit. We got banged up a little bit in practice this week too. Tevin toughed it out, for as long as he could go and just couldn't make it through. Deli, we talked about no reps and stuff. Deli probably had no reps on the, So for him to come in and I haven't watched him to at least know what he's doing and be in the right spot was pretty dang impressive. I appreciate that. Whip did a good job coming in and just keeping us on the same page. Like, we need to execute a little bit better on some certain stuff and things, but that part of it was good to see.
Joel, how did that weather compare to that Saints game?
I think Saints was colder still, and no sun. Not that sun was doing much this game. This was probably second coldest in my career. It was good when you're out in the middle of the field during a TV timeout. Like, you felt every bit of it. The lungs were burned a little bit. But I think it's spring number 2.
Looking at your career, and obviously you had the Rams going for a long time. Like, why is it important for you? The season's going the way it is. Everyone else is deserved. Like, you're fighting for stuff. Why is it important for you to play in a game like this?
Yeah, you don't really get to choose.
Well, even though you took a nosedive that went viral, you literally blocked air. And I don't even think you did a good job of blocking the air when you nosedived into the ground a couple weeks ago. You did play this game hurt. Okay, they thought you wouldn't play. You did step in and play. So it showed that, hey, at least you tried. You tried. I'll give you that. I'll give you that for now.
You're tough. You're either out there or not, and that's kind of been my mentality. If I can play, even if I'm not 100%, like, I'm going to be out there for the guys, and I care about it. I want to be out there. If anything, like, for myself, like, I can't let myself down, and hopefully that shows some other guys, like, it's all right to be a little banged up and go out there and play and compete. But yeah, for me, it's never a question. If I can make it on the field, like, I will find a way.
Joel, have you noticed just like Shedeur handles, the constant injuries up front and the offensive struggles and all those different things? Like, that would be a lot for anybody to sort of wear on you, but yeah. Have you kind of seen him in his rookie year handle those things?
It's been good. He's never complained once. He just really does keep his head down, and he's trying to. Take some big hits, on some scrambles and some pocket, breakdowns, and he takes some big hits, and he's just back up and trying to make the next play, trying to make a big play. So it's a huge credit to him, and hopefully we can continue to improve around him, give him a chance to keep improving.
How challenging is that for a rookie when there is so much? You guys are missing so many guys on the line, and there's so much sort of instability kind of.
Yeah, it's not easy. It would be great if you go day one, like 11 starters are here, they practice every day, they go every day. It's not the reality of the NFL, especially at this point in the season. So for him to be out there and try and be as consistent as possible for everybody else, I think it's a big, important piece.
Joe, obviously injuries are just part of football. Kevin says it all the time, but does it just feel like, the last few years especially, you guys have been just like particularly like overcome by those?
I don't know. I know a lot of teams are banged up at this point. I don't have an answer for you on that. We have been banged up and don't have too many injuries, but yeah, it's.
All right, for the most part, that's what Joe Bitonio had to say. All right, let's get into this, because now it's coming out that guys have quit. Like, Guys have got look, Browns. It looked like a lot of these dudes threw the towel in. Dudes was making business decisions, didn't want to make no tackles, all types of things. Let's get into this right here. Let's get into it.
The Browns have quit, and so have I.
When did you stop taking notes?
Third quarter, because I'm an idiot. Third quarter, if I left those effing notes at home, the Browns have quit, and so have I. I'm done.
I mean,
I'm done taking notes. I'm done taking notes. I'm done. I'm gonna put together things. I don't know what I'm gonna do during these last 3 games. I plan to go to one of them. That's gonna be stupid.
It's got to be Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah. What do you think? I ain't gonna go to the Bills game. I sure as hell ain't gonna go to the Bengals game. There we go.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a wandering eye.
I sat and watched the whole thing.
About 5 minutes left in the third because the Patriots game, the Patriots were blowing their lead.
And I'm just thinking it's normal and it's expected at this point because we're not smart. We're not incredibly tough. I mean, there's a couple of guys that are tough, so I get whatever. We're not smart, and we're certainly not accountable. We're certainly not accountable. And I try to hang out and fight the good fight, but if they're going to quit, then so am I. And I mean on this as they are. On this season as they are. So, I mean, I'll sit there and I'll watch them because it's what I'm supposed to do. But there's no, I'm not wasting my effort and my time. Notes are done. Note time is done. I'm not doing any of it because they ain't going to do nothing for the rest of this year, guys. That's it. I mean, that's really it. They've quit. They laid down. That was the end of it. And I'm going to get to this here in a second.
This is more of an indictment on Kevin Stefanski. These guys quit on you. They're done.
I know what you guys all want for the head coach. I want you to read between the lines. You will hear nothing to the contrary from me on the matter at all.
Well, he's getting
They'll
fired.
make their decision when they make their decision.
There's no decision. He's
I
getting
just
fired.
don't want to say it. You go ahead.
Yeah.
And I'm not arguing. I want everybody to understand completely. If you say you want him gone and you say you want them gone, you will get no argument to the contrary. There will be none. So take that for what it's worth. Because here we are. And it's a quitting moment. It's a moment I've seen before, but it still isn't a moment I've seen before because I don't understand. And remember, I'm not even mad. Like, why get mad over a team that's quit? I'm not going to get mad over them quitting.
You've matched my
mad.
level of animus now.
I'm not mad. I just want to be very clear about what I think I saw yesterday. Where I have 3 different reports about the quarterback's wristband. I have 3 different thoughts on the quarterback's wristband. First,
Somebody's lying. I think they're lying. I know Shedeur didn't want to throw them under the bus and say they put the wrong plays on my shit. I know he don't want to throw them under the bus. He hasn't thrown nobody under the bus the whole time. I think they are lying about this whole wristband. I think they are dead ass lying. I'm dead serious.
First one was Allison Williams. This is on Fox. Here's the initial report about Shedeur's wristband.
Worth noting with Cleveland's offense struggling just operationally to start this game. Prior to this possession, when Shedeur was on the sideline, he actually came over. They removed the wristband with the play calls in there, and they made a change to one of the sheets and some tweaks, some changes with that wristband that he wears with the play call. So that could have been part of the issues they had early.
So did he have the wrong wristband, or did they have the wrong things in there, or did they say, no, we got to scrap this and that's the end of it? What is it?
I was thoroughly confused. Now the internet ran wild with he had the incorrect play calls. Where did people get that from? Because she didn't say that in the report.
Well, she said they had to change some things out. So we got Kevin here, who was asked the question, and here's Kevin's answer.
Early on, was there something wrong with Sanders' wristband?
Yeah, there was a miscommunication early.
They mentioned that you guys had the wrong plays in the wristband on the first 2 drives. Is that accurate?
No. Yeah. There was something. I don't know if the wristband got something on it or whatever it was, but there was we got that fixed pretty quickly.
What could the wristband get on it? It's laminated, right?
That's what I'm saying. They acted like the dude got soy sauce on the wristband and couldn't see the plays. Like, what are y'all talking about?
What could have happened?
They didn't forget to laminate it, and it got smudged.
What could have happened? So those are 2 different things here. Okay,
it's in a plastic pocket. So whether you
Laminated or not.
Did something get in between?
Let's go right to the source here. Here's Shedeur Sanders in the postgame. Well, we don't have Sanders. Okay. We'll get that here.
I mean, it made no sense from the moment that she started talking about it.
All right, here's Shedeur.
On TV, they mentioned that something happened with your wristband after the first 2 drives.
Oh, no, the car just fell out. Yeah, it just fell out on the sideline. Yeah, that was it.
So he had his body, his wristband.
Did the card fall out and then it got smudged and then they put it back in and he couldn't read it?
What
is that what happened?
This is stupid.
I'm not doing. No, I've never heard this before.
This is dumb. This is stupid.
They've been laminating cards for the better part of 30 years. They've been doing this. This is not some new.
Kid is over it. Oh, shit.
Fangled technology.
It's just stupid.
And I've never heard this before.
This is the dumbest thing ever. You guys can't get your story straight on any of this crap. You guys can't do any. I'll believe him because he don't know any better, and there's no reason for him to lie. So I guess the card fell out. I don't know what Kevin decided to say. I have no idea why he said that, but of course it's par for the course of everything else that's happened because, remember, let's go back to the Wyatt Teller thing. Well, he said it was performance. Well, then they said it was injury. Well, the injury happened to happen at the end of the game in the fourth quarter, towards the end of the game with Wyatt Teller. But there was that big whole thing. So we don't even know our stories anymore. So if you're just covering for things, then just everybody's got to go. That's it. That's it. I'm looking at it and I'm going, well, I mean, my God. I mean, we have an excuse for everything here. That's all we are. It's a Super Bowl of excuses for this team. I hear it. Bubba Ventrone on the Thursday press conferences. Is it Thursday? I don't give a damn what day it is anymore. It doesn't even sound the same. Everything sounds the same. Well, we only have the back half of the roster. We got these last 21 guys. I don't know. Tennessee had the back half of the roster, and they're the ones that were able to block your punt. And we all thought that they were worse than you. Oh, well, how good are the Jets? How good are the Jets? What happened in the Jets game? One of the other worst teams in the NFL. What happened on special teams there? It's nothing but excuses, one after another. And I'm watching, I'm going, man, how's he supposed to do anything with his offensive line? Because you got Zach Zinter, who was a third-round pick that's not going to play for you. Jack Conklin ain't walking back on the field. That's it. I got Joel Bitonio. I feel bad for Joel. I feel bad for him. And I shouldn't because he's going to make a bunch of money, and he's a really, really, really good player and a good guy. And I'm sure he doesn't feel bad for himself, but I'm watching him on the one interception, trying to, he looked like Kevin Bacon trying to tell everybody to calm down as he's trying to make a tackle on the one pick. And I'm going, this is just utterly ridiculous in every single sense. And all this team, it's nothing but 2025, the team of excuses.
He's spot like King Carp. That was real right there. That was real right there, y'all. The players are quitting on Kevin Stefanski. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. This is Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share that channel.